Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof and we're doing a video that was suggested recently. That sounded really interesting to me. Okay, so this is the top 20 strongest prehistoric animals in the world. If this includes dinosaurs, then we're only gonna see dinosaurs on this list. If it's truly the strongest. I don't know how someone decides which animal is the strongest. Technically, is it pure fighting ability to survive? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, we're gonna find out. So
thousands or even millions of years ago, some really terrifying and dangerous animals lived on.
This thing I actually found. I know it's like a very scary thing. I don't remember its name, but this is like insanely strong. The saber-toothed tiger or whatever. A lot of people think it's very strong, but turns out it's not that strong. It has a very big chance of breaking its teeth, which is a big problem, you know, because it needs its teeth. They're important. Who would have thought?
Terrifying and dangerous animals lived on Earth. In this video, we will take a closer look at which of these were probably the strongest. Dinosaurs are excluded from the list because they will get their own video.
Okay, makes sense, because if they were included in the list, it would be only dinosaurs. Let's be fucking honest. There's like 20 different variations of the T-Rex. So probably
The same goes for primeval animals that live in the water, because you can't really compare them with animals living on land.
Okay, good.
Let's start with number 20, Argentavis. This was the largest bird able to fly that ever lived.
What?
With a wingspan of 6 meters and a weight of 70 kilograms, it was an absolute monster.
A 70 kilograms bird? So usually most birds have hollow bones which allow them to fly for longer, you know? Not be as heavy, you know? Not as heavy, fly longer. How are you 70 kilos?
Sir, if you look at what eagles, which are really small compared to an Argentavis, can do to animals such as ibexes, it becomes clear that you should never underestimate birds. However, the Argentavis was primarily a carrion eater and not a bird of prey, which is probably why it wasn't that strong in a fight, and thus only got the 20th place. Number 19, Servalse scotti. This moose is an extinct ancestor of the large moose that still live in North America today. With a height of more than 2.5 meters and a weight of over 700 kilograms, this species was even slightly larger than its present relatives.
Wait. 700 kilos. Moose.
This species was even slightly larger than its present relatives. It could fend off enemies with its huge antlers, or of course, by simply kicking them. Number 18,
Okay, I'm not the most knowledgeable person. One second. I'm gonna cut. Okay, I'm back. I had to sneeze. I'm sorry about that. I managed to get off so you don't hear me sneeze like crazy. From what I understand, the big horn things, they're not really used for fighting. They're mostly attraction to mates. And the bigger they are, it's not really that beneficial in combat, because look at how big they are. And they're unwieldy and they're heavier. So if they were just on the front like horns, it would probably be better. So I do not agree with this being here, to be honest. The bird, yes, it's a fucking 70 kilo bird. It's scary.
Of course, by simply kicking them. Number 18, Dromornis. The thunderbird was one of the largest flightless birds of all time.
Okay.
With a height of almost 3 meters and a weight of up to 650 kilograms, it was not an easy opponent. It had strong legs, but
wasn't there a bird that was called like a doom bird? Which was basically a bird on 2 feet that would kill a lot of things.
Was probably still quite slow. Its beak was large and strong, which is why some researchers believe that Dromornis was a carnivore. More likely, however, is that the bird used its beak to crush tough plant components. In any case, you definitely don't want to be attacked by it.
Yeah, probably not.
Number 17, Diprotodon. Here we have the largest marsupial that ever existed. However, the creature only made the list of the strongest animals because of its size of over 2 meters and its weight of almost 3 tons. It fed on branches and roots and was actually quite harmless. Nevertheless, it was very large, and for that reason alone, it should not be underestimated.
Really? Like, I feel like an elephant can take that thing. And if an elephant can take that thing, there's a lot more dangerous things out there. This is a weird list so far.
Number 16, Glyptodon. These animals died only 12,000 years ago, which is not that long compared to other animals on this list. However, the Glyptodon only made the list because of its mass. With a size of 3 meters and a weight of 1,400 kilograms, it is slightly smaller than the Diprotodon, but at least heavily armored. Still, its head was unprotected, so that the stronger animals had an easy time fighting it, even if they were much smaller. Number 15. Amphision giganteus. This creature has the combined characteristics of a bear, dog, and cat. It has wide paws and claws that can't retract like a bear, but also a long, flexible spine like a cat and a long skull like a dog. With up to 300 kilograms, the males of this species were a good deal larger than today's lions. They could crack open large bones just like hyenas and kill their prey through bites in the neck and chest area. Number 14. Smilodon populator. This animal was the biggest genus of saber-toothed cats. The animals reached a shoulder height of 1.2 meters and a weight of up to 360 kilograms. Their most striking feature are the up to 28 centimeter long fangs protruding from the upper jaw. Due to these teeth, it's believed that the Smilodon fed on adolescent mammoths and giant ground sloths. To kill them, the Smilodon climbed on their backs and then sank its long saber teeth.
Wait, weren't the giant sloths like killing machines? Or am I thinking of another sloth?
Into their bodies. For faster animals, however, the Smilodon was too slow and cumbersome. Number 13. American lion. This is the biggest feline predator of all time. With a length of 2.8 meters and a weight of up to 500 kilograms, the American lion was much larger than the African lion and the Smilodon, as you can see in this picture. The Panthera atrox mainly hunted large herbivores such as buffalo, deer, camels, and horses. Yes, there were camels living in America, but of course, they are long extinct now. Due to the American lion being taller, it was probably a bit stronger than the Smilodon and the Amphision. Number 12. Gigantopithecus. One place above the biggest lion is the biggest primate ever. The Gigantopithecus was probably about 3 meters tall, which even surpasses the tallest man of all time, Robert Wadlow. The weight of the giant ape was which even surpasses the tallest man of all time.
God damn, my boy is fucking huge. It makes everyone around him look like kids. Look, actual kids, adults, him. It looks like small kids, smaller. Okay, small kids, smaller kids, him.
Robert Wadlow. The weight of the giant ape was.
From what I know of this ape, it only ate plant matter and stuff like that. So it wasn't. It was not a hunter. From what I know, I might be wrong though. Okay.
About 600 kilograms, which makes it about 4 times as heavy as a modern gorilla, one of the strongest animals today. With heavy blows, the gigantic primate should have been able to defeat even strong feline predators, especially since it also has a large range and an advantage due to its weight. Number 11. Megistotherium. These predators lived in Africa 23 million years ago. They looked similar to hyenas, could run fast, and had an extremely strong bite. With 66 centimeters, the animals had a huge skull and impressive teeth. A Megistotherium was up to 1.5 meters tall, more than 3 meters long, and weighed between 500 and 800 kilograms. An opponent like that should be too dangerous even for the giant ape, which is why the prehistoric hyena-like creature is our number 11. Number 10. Andrewsarchus. This was one of the biggest and most dangerous predators of all time. The skull of an Andrewsarchus was 83.4 centimeters long, and therefore twice the size of the skull of a full-grown grizzly bear. With a body length of 3.8 meters, a height of 1.9 meters, and a weight of 700 to 800 kilograms, the creature was larger than any predator alive today. Its teeth and long jaw were perfect for biting through the shells of turtles and crustaceans that it mainly fed on. Number 9. Arsinoitherium. This animal does not have 1, but 2 horns. It's basically just a rhino with 2 large horns. The animal lived in Africa 24 million years ago and liked to eat soft plants. Although it looks like a rhino, it is actually an ancestor of our modern elephants. No wonder then that it was quite large as well. The cylindrical body reached a length of more than 3.5 meters with a shoulder height of 1.8 meters and a weight up to 2.4 tons. Of course, the most striking feature were its 60 centimeter long horns, which, in contrast to modern animals, did not consist of keratin, but actually of bone. Number 8. Daeodon. These creatures are also called hell pigs.
These things are scary.
Species of giant cloven-hooved animals whose nickname Dinohyus means terrible pig. The teeth of these monstrous pigs were really scary. With a height of 2.1 meters, a length of 3.5 meters, and a weight of 900 kilograms, they were huge hunters who upstaged even the largest bears living today. The Daeodon was an active hunter.
Okay, let me think. What's gonna be on the list? I think giant sloth deserves to be higher. The cave bear, was it the cave bear that was the strongest bear to ever exist and the biggest one? Cave bear, giant sloth. What else do we need? What else do we need on this list? I can't think of anything else. I'm trash at this. I don't know. Let's see.
And able to run really fast. It almost deserves an even higher place, but the competition is pretty strong, which is why making this list wasn't easy. Number 7. Megalania. This incredibly huge monitor lizard could have had an intense fight with a Daodon that it would probably have won in the end. A Megalania was well built and could reach a length of 7 meters and a weight of more than a ton. Similar to the present-day Komodo dragon, the prehistoric lizard was also quite toxic. So toxic that a single bite was probably enough to kill its victim. Potential victims included the Diprotodon, which is also on this list. Okay. Number 6. Short-faced bear.
There it
the
is.
biggest bear of all time, which is the American short-faced bear, is a little bit stronger than a Megalania. In a fight with the lizard, the bear could certainly cut it with its claws quite severely. In addition, the primeval bear had a much stronger bite than our bear species living today. After the fight, it would probably still die from the poison of the Megalania in the end, so which animal is stronger was definitely a close decision in this case. With a height of almost 4 meters standing up and a weight of more than 950 kilograms, the short-faced bear was definitely one of the strongest predators that ever existed. Number 5. Elasmotherium. However, the giant bear would not be able to take on this gigantic primeval rhinoceros. The Elasmotherium had a robust physique, a massive skull, and a huge horn to defend itself with. It had a length of 5.2 meters and a weight of about 5 tons. This puts the Elasmotherium closer to a modern elephant than to a rhinoceros. As you've seen, predators from prehistoric times were all pretty big and strong, but none of the animals we have mentioned before would stand a chance against the next monster on our list. Number 4. Paraceratherium. Here we have the largest mammal living on land that has ever existed. With a shoulder height of 5 meters, a length of over 8 meters, and a weight of 20 tons, the giant surpasses any other animal on this list. The Paraceratherium is an extinct genus of rhinoceros, and in this picture, you can see how tiny other rhinos look in comparison. However, its size is really all it has to offer in this case.
It doesn't look like.
That's because the animal does not have any terrifying teeth, tusks, claws, or any other weapons.
When you're that big, you don't
Nevertheless,
really
with its sheer size, a Paraceratherium could easily crush most other animals. However, against our next animal on the 3rd place, this would not have worked. Number 3. Paleoloxodon pneumaticus. Even though the biggest elephant of all time was not quite as big as the primeval rhinoceros, it had 2-meter-long tusks which would help it to win the fight. These tusks would have been exactly at the right height to pierce the unprotected neck and body of the Paraceratherium. The Paleoloxodon pneumaticus has a shoulder height of 5.2 meters and a weight of 20 tons, which means that the size of the two animals was almost the same. The giant rhinoceros is a bit longer, but it isn't more massive and doesn't have any tusks, so the elephant would
Okay, then who can kill these things in 1 and 2? By the way, he's not gonna mention the giant sloth here, and I'm curious why. I think, from what I've seen of the giant sloth, that thing is a monster. Like, it kills things easily. It's a beast. Why is it not on this list?
Clearly win. Number 2. Titanoboa. That the Titanoboa has only gotten the 2nd place might be a bit controversial for the giant prehistoric snake. That's mainly because I'm not quite sure if the Titanoboa was big enough to crush the animals in the 3rd and 4th place. The up to 15-meter-long snake would not have had any problems with an African elephant, but it might have been simply too short to create enough pressure when wrapping around a Paleoloxodon pneumaticus or a Paraceratherium. Still, it was definitely one of the strongest animals ever.
This thing doesn't exist anymore.
Number 1. Sarcosuchus. Where to place the gigantic prehistoric crocodile is another difficult decision.
You said no dinosaurs, bro. You said no dinosaurs.
Big constrictors can definitely take on a crocodile, but a fight like that is very risky. Of course, with its long claws and its huge mouth, a crocodile has some dangerous weapons as well. I think the enormous biting power of the giant primeval crocodile would probably have been too much for the Titanoboa, whose body is relatively unprotected, as is the case with all snakes. A fight between a prehistoric crocodile and a giant elephant is another close call. The crocodile could have attacked the Paleoloxodon while it was drinking and quickly kill or attack its legs to bring it down. Nevertheless, the Sarcosuchus could just as well have been trampled by the 20-ton animal. So, when the last 3 to 4 animals on our list are concerned, we pretty much arrive at a draw. The Sarcosuchus, of course, shares the 1st place with the other prehistoric crocodiles, such as the Dinosuchus. All of them were about 12 meters long and had a weight of
12
about
meters.
8 tons. The Purosaurus might have been the
Jesus.
strongest prehistoric crocodile, but of course, this is not completely sure. That's our list of the 20 strongest
Big boy.
prehistoric animals, at least with the exception of dinosaurs and animals living in the water. Do you agree with us, or would you have arranged the animals differently and
no.
perhaps even added a few new ones to the list?
Yes, why is
Let
it
us
not
know in the
here? You even showed it. Why you not put it in? Isn't it crazy strong?
Comments below, and make
Look at
sure
it,
you won't miss
with
our next
thick
video.
ass.
Bye!
Okay, I need my educational buddies here. How accurate do you think this list is? I definitely think that the Mega Sloth should have made it on here. Ultra Mega Sloth. It should have made 17 animals that could defeat a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, we need to check that out as well. Anyway, quick thank you to the Patreons: Pedro Martinez, Commands, Coyon, Rob, Air Prince, Swasta, Future Gift Street, Senior Hilder, Lemon Moon, Ike My Dash, and Ronic. Thank you all for the support. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a nice day. Okay? Have a nice day. Oh yeah, we'll be streaming some RimWorld after, like, in an hour and 30 minutes, but I'm not sure when this video will be uploaded, so it should be around when this is uploaded. Okay? Bye bye, everybody.